Welcome to another 1 vs 1 rematch between Didlix and Dom. Same colours as before. Dom spawning on the South Pole, going bots first. Let's pop on caps and hopefully see any build queues. Apparently there are none. Didlix, however, getting out the vehicles instead, both assisting out the first Fabber. I believe now we shall see all the stuff happening, like the radars and the more factories. So Didlix going vehicle first again, really interesting, and vehicle second, so no bots yet. And Dom going for a bot second, followed up with a second Fabber actually. Well, both players going a bit more Fabber heavy start. They don't realise they're a lot closer spawned this time than they were last. I'm half tempted to put on pole lock, except that base is going to expand beyond the South Pole, so I'm just going to leave it off, I think. Again, apologies for nasal talkingness. I either have a cold and or hay fever, which isn't a great mix. I'm attempting to get rid of it. But there we are. So lots of bot factories going up from Dom. Going to have a lot of docks really early on in the field. Didlix, however, this time spawned in a little bit better situation, a bit more metal, I believe. Dom spawned pretty much the same location, so a lot of expansions again, and already a lot of docks on the field, so they're going to want to raid as soon as they see an opportunity. And one is beginning to arise just to the north side of Didlix's base there, as that Fabber starts to expand further and further away with only a 1-tank escort, which all of these docks can go and take out really quickly, because we do know that Dom is pretty good with his docks micro, while Didlix pushing down here with an expanding Fabber, which isn't going to be great with only 3 vehicle escort. That can go down pretty quickly as soon as these docks notice that. Let's go to the Dom's side. He does see the radar blips there, so he does know that something's up. And there's getting the scouts, the all-important scouts, lots of vehicles, and starts to micro. It's not the best place. He should probably just pull back from this, because he's not really going to do too much, although I guess he did want that mechs kill, and now he'll want to push away. He doesn't want to maintain that because the commander sat right there, all the factories are there, those docks aren't going to do enough damage to make their losses worthwhile, and they've already taken down a mechs, which is good enough anyway. Go back onto the full view now. We see Didlix just getting up a bit more eco and more factories there. Going to have to replenish that metal site as well, except I think now it might have been nullified by that factory being built there. They really need to add that so you can build the metal a little bit closer. But this blob here, this is the one that's going to kill off this fabricator, and then ultimately, I suspect, another 3 mechs as well. There goes down 1, a second's going to follow, I suspect, and there goes the Fabber. So they've got free reign over all of those mechs. And the third one is going to go down. Really good raiding there from Dom, and even more units streaming onto the field as well. Going back to the economy tab, Didlix is being held behind again at about 50, while Dom is pushing up into the hundreds, expanding. This is the beauty of bots over vehicles. They have such great maneuverability and mobility that you can just expand and run away and raid and run away, and you know, your opponent, if they're going heavy tanks like this, they can't really respond in time simply because of the movement speeds. I mean, these 5 tanks here will get a few kills, but ultimately they're going to just get way out of their depth to this docks blob here. But as soon as all these factories are up, I suspect Didlix might just about be able to hold her own. Although I'm not entirely sure, because the bases are so close together, and at the same time as all of those vehicle factories going up, there are these bot factories coming up as well from Dom. Let's have a look at the factory count there. 7 to 9, 7 to 10 in fact, and that almost cancelled. Why? Why waste your resources to build this factory? Build it, you muppet. Right, so unit count not great, favouring Didlix at all here, sort of 80 to 20, which isn't particularly brilliant. P-gens equal, and mechs much greater in Dom's favour here. So given Dom is almost floating mechs, he can just build bot factory after bot factory after bot factory, and if he keeps expanding, he can just build more and more and more bot factories, whereas Didlix expansions have been raided and repelled. Well, the commander now having to expand. While the docks, in the meantime, having free reign over the base here. They might even take down a couple of factories, which I suspect is probably going to happen. That's half a factory destroyed. One factory there. Oh, and there's the GG already from Didlix. Wow. Yeah, early game you do have to mix in docks, because if you have an opponent who knows how to expand, knows how to cancel expansions, and build up at the same time, you're going to lose, unfortunately, it seems. And given docks can shoot air, it's not a good counter for that either. However, air can counter tanks, unless they mix in spinners. But docks being the ever-powerful everything unit, why wouldn't you build them? Anyway, thanks again for watching, folks. Don't forget to pop any likes, comments, and share with your friends, and subscribe for more PA on the way very soon indeed. And as always, have a nice day.